What's up? Hey, mana. Aha. What do you expect? Yes, mana. Let me ask you. If you are the owner of Twitter, okay, wait. Let me know. I won't ask. Hold on. I have been away for some time. I have been in the studio for some days now with my band who have been recording music, because some people are saying, the reason why I'm following is because I want to be saying a music video. I love the music. I said to her, I know. But sometimes let's paint reality. Sometimes the things I want to say might not be well expressed in the music video. However, I was just saying for some days now, this one will chat to me, tell me, you have not talked about this, Yesterday, my DM was full that it is a slap on our face as Nigerians that sweeter, person sweeter,
sweeter.
Okay, Twitter. Hey, now wait there, thank you. Sweeter, they take their headquarters to Ghana. I want to Ghana tell you something now. Hold on. If you are the owner of Twitter, would you bring your headquarters to Nigeria? Yes, mana. What goes around comes around.
What goes around comes around.
What you talk? What I talk? What's the difference?
Continue.
Can I joke? As I was saying, what go around, it comes around. Yesterday, make it exactly 6 months. The patriotic Nigerians that felt that they were tired of the evils, the irregularities of the government, took to the street to protest for their right. They were quite down for Lekki Tollgate and elsewhere in the country. Chaos everywhere. You think you have come up for our memory. Nigerians now took this news all over the internet, on Twitter. Do you know that Nigerian government said they were going to sue Twitter for allowing Nigerians to fly such news on their platform? You now think the same Twitter you threatened to sue them? Do you know some of those our posts were dropped that time? If you remember, they deleted it, and the next day Twitter and other platform was not telling us that they didn't know how that happened. Do you know that if you posted anything that concerns that Lekki Tollgate on your Instagram, for instance, automatically it was deleted? You don't remember? Now, you know, imagine that kind of company like Twitter that you have shown your color to now come and put its headquarters in Nigeria when they know that you are going to kill Vansu. Yes, man, that you will so far down. You have not even allowed Nigerian citizens that want to even invest, to even thrive in their business. How much more outsider? Yes, man. They say a rat when they're inside and they tell the one when they're outside, say food day. If the rat when they're inside room never chop food, you know, go tell the one when they're outside, say food day, man. That means if the Nigerian citizens have not had a fair ground to trade, do business, to even grow themselves, because the government has continually to frustrate them, how much more outsiders? They are complaining, we are the giant of Africa. How dare Twitter come and carry their headquarters working for Ghana? Sky, when I get light. As I said, the time when God say you are the light of the world, Nigeria was not in the meeting.
Oh, Mumu, not too much.
Let me tell you, I was watching a video yesterday of one lady. I just fell in love with her. These are the kind of people I want to hear talk to me. She said something that an average Nigerian is corrupt, and I totally agree. Whether I like it or not, she made mention of the fact that if you have ever given police bribe so that I can pass a checkpoint, you have benefited from corruption. She mentioned the stages, and she made mention of something that I think if we start that way from our secondary schools and primary school, if we start to impute this character that she mentioned, we'll be able to tackle the issue of incompetency in governance. For instance, I need you to just take 1 minute, listen to this thing she wants to say.
Now, granted, we can't force our dictators to do anything. Now, I call them dictators because, you know, it's funny, right? The Nigerian form of leadership, we claim that it's a democracy, but let's be real. Even we, the people, we are dictators. Every Nigerian is just looking for who they can dictate and oppress. That's just the truth. When we look at our school systems and the prefectship and how the thing is tailored, We actually teach our children dictatorship, but then expect them to apply democracy in the real world. See, in most schools, the prefects are chosen for the students. They don't vote. So the adults choose for the students. Meanwhile, everywhere else, so they vote for their own. They're chosen for the students. And then they run the school like some kind of slave plantation where the prefects are, what they call them? And then the students are the slaves. And then each junior student is waiting for the day. So I can't wait, man. I'll shout at junior students. I'll shout at junior. Look, bruh, I'm not even going to lie. I went to secondary school in Nigeria. The people that are even in my set will even know me. By the time I reached SS3, when it was time to be shouting, are you mad? Line up. I wasn't doing it. And even them, they were like, why won't you? Because I'm not stupid. How can you ask people that were never taught democracy to practice democracy? Now, let it not be that I just came here shouting and ranting and I didn't provide any solutions. So if you know your child is in a private school and you're watching this video, why don't you implore that school to ensure that your children's prefectship process is run democratically so that the children can learn how a democracy functions? I really think that that is a start. If your children go to private school, if your children even go to public school, you can ask, but you can't force them. However, private school, you people are giving them the money. Ask for it. Our country pretty much runs exactly like a prefectship, with each person waiting to enter and see how they can oppress, who they can oppress, and if they can out-chop the other person's... Like, it's... Come on.
Beautiful. God will bless you. God will bless you for me. I didn't know you before, but when I watched this video, the video was about 14 minutes, but I take my time to listen to it, and every bit of that video made sense to me. Now, the thing is this. If in secondary school, they can give you prefect, that you yourself as a student know that this one is not rich to be prefect, or you not rich to be head boy. They will say because of say the head boy, the boy, not the indigent of that area, when the school day, they will make him the head boy. Then the so-called person who is supposed to be competent, they will not give him blue house prefect. That is what is happening in governance, man. Now, we are not saying, like she mentioned, we are not saying this. Public school should ask that they should elect their prefect. Let to those of you that are paying handsome money for private school demand this. Do you know that some of these major private schools that you think are the best schools because the government schools are nothing to write home about, the public school rather are nothing to write home about. These private schools are still owned by our politicians. Now me they tell you, man, I think I pay anybody more cannot talk my truth. The other day I talk, one minister called me out for Twitter, say I am organizing theory that are not visible. I am not organizing theory. I'm telling you the way it is. If you like, you know that this is the same minister where some time ago was so. I don't no making me base if I carry my quarrel bandit with jam you for Twitter, you go run. You are calling me out. Me wouldn't tire for now. I have your time. You think I have work? I know you get work. Moreover, I don't call us lazy you to call. Let's jam you with laziness. Say that you're going to say lazy. There's difference between lazy and lazily working. You don't know me. Can you imagine? Now I'm even talking down. You notice if you are in the federal capital telling stories.
You be mumu.
Sorry, federal
capital territory.
Hey, now go there. Say this country say you go school the certificate easily. That's why all the English we learn. If they say as I go school come by the game work there the English for master me. Federal capital telling story. As I was saying, if you notice the kind of hold up that filling station queue for fuel is costing for a few days. I was not doing my research. Why is it that it is now normal for the NNPC to just stand up before you know? Why can't they have add the fuel price? They said they are buying for market price 234 naira and they are selling 162 PMS price. Yes, man. And you are saying that elsewhere in the neighboring countries they are buying for 300 naira, some 500 naira. I know I said that you are comparing Nigeria with this neighboring country. For God's sake, we are a country that is blessed with rich crude oil. Repair one of the refineries so we don't have to import fuel, so that we can buy fuel for even as low as 100 naira. It says some they prefer to import so that whoever is in charge of importing can steal money. NNPC that they are the one that will make their laws, they are the one to decide to pay themselves. Nobody audits their account. You didn't know? think we don't know what we are doing. We are come to that stage where we go to talk as the famous pa. I know you people will come for me now. They will start calling me later. They will start sending me there and they will start. We are in a country where that if we are complaining that this government, but the next one becomes even worse. It's not looking like things are moving from west to west. West test. Yes, why not? Because it's no longer bad, worse, worst. It's now worst test. Kyle, worst test. Don't mind me, I'm feeling too much. I read in the paper. Okay, it's not like I read now. I read in the papers once. Secondly, I saw in the news too. Now listen to this. Nigeria is going to spend from now till May 600 billion to pay for subsidy. My brothers and sisters, help me ask, how much do they need to put one refinery in place? The government will not put muscle in making sure that we have our own refinery working, man. Now, when they only want to make one man rich, one man is building a refinery, and the whole country is making a budget. This budget they are making at the end of the day will go to one man pocket. One man is building a refinery. We go buy fuel for 1,000. NNPC have said they no longer want to have the record of paying for subsidy in their book anymore. That means the implication is that they will still buy fuel now for 213 naira per liter. When I tell you that they say we go buy fuel 1,000 naira per liter in a country that will have crude oil, I think I was joking. You see it now, they don't tell us now. Say they're no longer ready to pay for the subsidy. We are not saying you should pay for subsidy. That 600 billion you want to use, for God's sake. That a day, they said they generate 60 million liters of fuel. 60 million liters, they buy 234 naira per market price. That's what they say, and they sell 162. 234 minus 162 times 60 million liters. That is what they pay as subsidy, so that we can buy fuel at even that 162. Yes, man, because they are importing it. Meanwhile, we can channel this energy for not paying for this subsidy. The subsidy you have been removing for how many times? Have you been able to use it? They say the refinery they want to repair. That even if Buhari come up for office, the next president will not be able to do it. I agree. You people, you will budget the money to do the refinery, you will chop it. Yes, man. What is even wrong with this country? 600 million from Nanti May, not million, billions, that they spend 120 billion every month to pay for subsidy so that we can get for 162 naira. This country have lalache. Ne have talked my own. We have lalache.